What we have here is an emergency. Hey, welcome back to Bridal Sewing Techniques. And today we're going to talk about how to take in this lace dress in under 20 minutes. Unfortunately, this bride has dropped a lot of weight really quickly, unexpectedly, and her dress has already been completely altered and ready to go. Well, she tried it on. It's way too big, and we only have about 20 minutes to do this dress where we take it in at the sides, an entire size, and it has the lace covering the side seams. Well, I will tell you that peeling the lace away is a priority. We have to do that. I can't really get around that for this dress. It's not like it's a little bitty dart or something like that. This is pretty obvious length of the dress. So I did peel the lace away, but I'm taking it in kind of a untraditional way. I cannot wait to show you this trick. But hey, welcome to my channel, by the way, Bridal Sewing Techniques. And what we say around here is, are you someone who has experience with a mix of sewing, but is looking to get into the bridal sewing niche? This channel is for you. Hit subscribe, hit the bell, and I will teach you all things bridal sewing. All right, let's get back to our emergency. With this dress, because it has the semi-sheer bodice, there's a lot going on as far as the different layers of the fabric. You can see there's many different types of fabrics and different layers in there. We have the organza, we have several layers of tulle, and then we have the glitter lace. We have clear boning that is sewn through. So there's a lot going on, and of course we're crossing over this waist seam. So what I did was I did an old-fashioned tab here. I peeled the lace away first. I tabbed it up, going all the way down, just going straight through this waist. As you know, deconstructing this is where we would lose all of that time. Typically, I would easily spend an hour and a half to 2.5 hours on this alteration. This is by no stretch of the imagination a 20-minute alteration. But with doing this tab, it is. I even went straight through this bust pad. It's just fine. It's a nice thin one. It's just barely a shell. So what I'm going to do is kind of just roll this forward and tack it in place, and I'm going to sew that lace down. But let me show you one other thing that is very critical to making this work. There is boning going down the side, the 1/2 inch wide strip of boning going down the side seam where we would normally work, and I can't tab through that, right? That would cause a twisting mess. So what I did was I put this tab in between the side seam and this other thin piece of boning that goes up along beside the bust. So I made sure that I did this tab in an area that is between bones. So you can see that. There's the thicker side seam bone, and then here's the thinner bone, so that I sewed through no bones. There's going to be no twisting. This tab will have lots of support. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip it, and I'm going to sew all of this lace down. You can sew the lace down in any order, but I typically like to quickly hand sew the lace appliques down that are in the skirt segment of the dress. Most of you know I do have a dedicated machine that does only applique stitch. Actually, I have a couple of them. One of them does the invisible thread. It's just continuously set up for that. And the other one does the Gutermann poly cotton thread, usually set up in ivory. They both have an applique stitch foot that is just always on that machine, and I find it easy to just slide over to those machines as needed, as opposed to switching out my main machine each time that I do applique work. However, when I'm in a hurry like this and I have many layers to sew through plus boning, such as this project, and I have the pins in it and the sequins, sometimes it's faster just to go ahead and use my regular straight stitch Juki machine this way to produce an applique stitch. I have an entire video about all of these machines. I will link to them down below as far as how I do my different applique stitches. Definitely give this a good hard press. And here's the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the after shot of the bride. Yes, this is after a 20-minute emergency adjustment. She looks like $1,000,000 and is ready to go down the aisle. Make sure you visit my website, bridalsewingtechniques.com. Also, hit subscribe and the bell if you have not already. There you can pick up a very affordable digital product here. You can download the contract pack so you can get your professional self together. That's right. It's a whole pack of different contracts that you can use in your business. This was written by an attorney, and it is for you to print off and customize for your own business. There you can also purchase a copy of my book or workbook, 6 Lies Told to the Modern Businesswoman. All of this together is going to get you well on your way to get started to running a super successful bridal sewing business. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Bye.